Imagine a world where the cutest animal from your childhood becomes the most terrifying monster of your nightmares. A tiny, innocent deer, now burning with nothing but revenge. Because they say the forest never forgets. Every broken branch, every drop of blood, every scream stays alive deep inside its roots. Years ago, a hunter fired one single bullet and killed a mother deer right in front of her baby. People forgot. Time moved on, but the forest didn't. And now, that same forest has turned into a graveyard where hunters become the hunted. This is Bambi The Reckoning, a story where innocence dies and revenge is born. So buckle up, because this time, the predator is no longer human.
Let's begin. The movie begins with a 2D animated flashback. We see a mother deer peacefully eating grass in the middle of the forest with her baby, Bambi. Everything feels calm. Everything feels safe. But then, out of nowhere, a hunter fires his gun, and right in front of Bambi's eyes, his mother drops dead. Bambi freezes. He doesn't even understand what just happened. The hunter tries to shoot Bambi too, but Bambi runs for his life. And from that moment, the innocent little deer is gone. Bambi wanders through the forest, broken, filled with rage, filled with pain. And then, something even worse happens. Bambi finds some strange chemicals and drinks them. And in the very next moment, Bambi transforms into a horrifying creature. A mutant, a zombie deer, a monster born from revenge. Now the story shifts to the present day. We meet a young boy named Benji and his mom, Xana. Xana is arguing with her husband about something, and soon they decide to visit Benji's grandfather's house. They leave in a car with their driver. On the way, the driver warns them, something bad happens on this road every single week. And right after that, Benji suddenly feels sick. He starts vomiting. So the driver pulls the car over. Benji steps out, throws up, and then talks with his mom about his dad. But just when they're about to leave, Benji notices something disturbing, a dead pigeon. And then he gets this creepy feeling, like someone is watching him from the bushes. Something is out there. They drive away, but they barely make it a short distance when suddenly, a huge animal charges straight into their car. Boom! The car flips over violently. Benji, Xana, and the driver are all injured. And then, the creature walks up to the overturned car. It starts jumping again and again on top of it, like it's trying to crush them alive. The driver screams as his arm gets destroyed so badly, his bone literally sticks out. And that's when Benji and Xana realize they have to run. So they leave the driver behind and escape into the forest. And then we finally see the truth. That massive creature is Bambi, the same baby deer from years ago. But now, infected by chemicals, he's become a terrifying zombie deer. His mother was killed by a hunter, and now he's back to take revenge. And Benji and Xana are trapped right in the middle of his killing ground, and Bambi begins chasing them. The movie shifts to Benji's grandfather's house. Inside, we meet Benji's Uncle Andrew and his Aunt Harriet. They've been waiting for Benji and Xana, and they're getting worried. Then Harriet sees Benji's grandmother Mary standing outside in the dark, so she goes out to bring her in. Mary suffers from dementia, meaning she forgets things constantly. A few moments later, Benji and Xana finally arrive at the house, covered in blood. They explain everything. The crash,
the monster, the horror. Everyone is shocked, but Josh decides to go back into the forest to rescue the driver. And this is where things get insane. The scene cuts to a vehicle driving through the forest. Inside are a group of hunters. They spot the crashed car and stop to investigate. Then they hear strange noises deeper in the woods. Curious, they follow the sound. But one of the hunters suddenly hears movement and instantly fires his gun, and the bullet hits Josh right in the head. Josh dies on the spot. The hunters don't even realize who he is. They pick up Josh's body and take it back to their base. Back at the house, Xana is washing her face. But then she looks into the mirror and sees a deer statue. And it scares her so badly, she almost jumps. Meanwhile, Mary is muttering to herself. She senses something wrong, walks to the window, turns off the lights, and stares into the dark forest. Then suddenly, a dead pigeon falls onto the roof, just like the one Benji saw earlier. Benji and Mary freeze in fear. Benji looks outside and sees Bambi standing there in the darkness. Benji screams and calls his mom. Xana rushes downstairs, and right at that moment, Bambi smashes through the window and enters the house. And now, the nightmare is inside. Bambi moves into the kitchen where Andrew, Harriet, and their son Harrison are hiding. They try to stay silent, but Bambi sneaks up behind Harriet, ready to kill her. Harriet barely dodges and runs into another room, locking the door, but Bambi kicks the lock open like it's nothing. Harriet tries to escape through the window, but Bambi charges in and stabs her with his antlers. Harriet falls out the window, screaming. Outside, Benji, Xana, and Mary run toward their van. Andrew tries to start the vehicle. At the same time, Harriet is running toward them, bleeding, terrified, desperate to survive. But before she can reach the van, Bambi slices her in half with his antlers, right in front of everyone. Instant death. Everyone freezes in horror. But then Andrew finally starts the van. They drive off, and Bambi chases them. Bambi slams his antlers into the back of the van again and again, trying to stop them. The gear gets stuck. The van can't move forward properly. For a second, it looks like they're done. But then the gear finally works, and they escape. And surprisingly, Bambi stops chasing them. Like he's not finished yet. Like he wants them to suffer longer. The story shifts again to the grandfather's house. The hunters arrive there, searching for Bambi. While investigating, one hunter finds half of Harriet's body. They approach it carefully. And suddenly, Harriet is still alive. Barely breathing. But instead of helping her, the hunters cut her throat. They kill her like she's nothing. Back to the van. They escape some distance, but the road is blocked by a huge fallen tree. Andrew gets furious and starts cursing Benji's father because this entire weekend trip was his idea. Andrew steps out to move the tree using a rope, but suddenly, Bambi charges toward the van again. Xana, at Benji, to drive! Benji doesn't even know how, but he presses the gas hard. The van speeds off, but Andrew's leg is still tangled in the rope, so Andrew gets dragged across the road behind the van, his face scraping the ground. And it's horrifying. Meanwhile, Harrison hears Bambi nearby and runs into the forest, hiding behind a tree. Bambi finds him. Harrison slowly backs away, but accidentally makes a sound, and now Bambi knows exactly where he is. Bambi chases him. Harrison slips in the mud and falls. Bambi reaches him instantly. Harrison pretends to be dead. Bambi walks closer, his body. And just then, a baby deer makes a sound in the distance. Bambi turns.
and walks away. That sound saved Harrison's life. For now.
The van eventually stops because the fuel runs out. Xana gets out and rushes to Andrew, but when she flips his body over, she realizes Andrew is dead. His face has been completely destroyed from being dragged on the road. Meanwhile, Mary's dementia causes her to wander deeper into the forest alone. Benji and Xana chase after her. At the same time, Harrison is deep in the woods searching for network signal. Then he hears movement. And suddenly, a rabbit crawls out from behind broken trees. It stares at Harrison and slowly walks toward him. Harrison gets angry and kicks it away. But the rabbit comes back. Then another rabbit appears. Then another. Soon, dozens of rabbits surround him, and every single one of them is infected. Mutant, just like Bambi. Harrison panics. He steps backward and falls, and his head gets caught in a hunter's trap. Ah! He screams in pain, and instantly, the mutant rabbits jump on him and start eating him alive. And the worst part? This entire thing is being recorded by a hidden camera. Mary walks deep into the forest, stops in one spot, and starts humming. Xana reaches her, but Mary keeps repeating the same words. No one will survive. Everyone will die. Benji lights a hand flare, and when Xana looks around, she sees human skeletons scattered everywhere. The forest is a graveyard. Mary warns them, if you go into the forest, you will never come back. And right then, Bambi appears, growling. Benji runs. Xana grabs Mary, and all three of them sprint for their lives, while Bambi chases them like a demon. They finally reach a road and find a car, and inside that car are the same hunters who accidentally killed Josh. The hunters take them to their base. At the hunter's base, a man steps forward. Benji sees him and instantly hugs him. It's his father, Simon. Xana is shocked, because Simon has been living a double life. He secretly captures wild animals and sells them to a mysterious organization. Then we see something disturbing in the basement. A baby deer, locked in a cage. And Simon plans to use that baby deer against Bambi. Xana and Simon begin fighting about it. Benji hears everything, gets angry, and storms outside. Then Benji hears the baby deer, and he follows the sound. Inside the base, Xana decides to call the police. She steals the hunter's phone. Simon tries to take it from her, but one of the hunters points a gun at Xana and says, "Your husband won't hurt you, but I will." Xana hesitates and gives him the gun. Outside, Benji hides in the bushes and watches. One hunter goes away to pee, and the second he's alone, Bambi appears out of the darkness, and in one brutal move, he rips the man's head clean off. Meanwhile, Xana searches for Benji and finds Josh's dead body. Back at the base, another hunter goes looking for his missing friend. He finds the corpse and starts vomiting. Then Bambi slowly walks out of the darkness, growling. The hunter panics and runs back. He hides inside a car and tries to start it, but Bambi smashes the window, bites off half his leg, and then tears his head off too. Benji opens the cage and frees the baby deer. He tries to take it into the forest to save it. At the same time, Bambi enters the house and is about to kill Mary. But a hunter named Joe accidentally makes a noise. Bambi turns toward him. Joe panics and shoots a gas cylinder, causing an explosion. The house catches fire. Outside, Xana and a hunter find Benji. hunter points his gun at Benji and demands the baby deer, but Benji refuses. And then, from the burning house, Bambi comes running out. Half his body is on fire. Still alive. Bambi grabs the hunter with his antlers and drags him into the forest. Then Xana and Simon fight over the phone again. Simon takes it and says, "I won't let you ruin my life." And he abandons his wife and son, leaving them behind. Now Bambi stands directly in front of Benji. Benji freezes completely. Xana steps closer and, to Benji, "Stay calm. Don't move." Then she notices Bambi staring at the baby deer, and she realizes Bambi wants the child. Slowly, Xana takes the baby deer and gives it to Bambi. Bambi accepts it, and Xana and Benji slowly back away. For a moment, it feels like they survived. But then, the hunter returns and shoots Bambi in the leg, then shoots him again in the neck. Bambi collapses, but before the hunter can celebrate, Mary appears with a shotgun and blasts him in the head. The hunter dies instantly. Now the movie cuts to Simon. He's driving away, thinking he escaped, but he suddenly feels something moving inside the car. He stops and checks, but finds nothing. Then he turns back to the steering wheel and sees a mutant rabbit sitting right there. Simon panics and opens the door, but suddenly dozens of mutant rabbits jump onto him. They rip his throat apart, and Simon dies right there on the road. Back in the forest, the baby deer tries to lift Bambi, but Bambi is dying. And finally, Bambi dies. The baby deer looks up at the sky and lets out a terrifying roar, as if Bambi's rage has been passed down, as if the nightmare is just beginning again. And with that, Bambi the Reckoning comes to an end.
So now tell me, do you think Bambi was truly evil? Or was he just revenge given a body? Drop your thoughts in the comments. And if you enjoyed this kind of intense movie explanation, make sure to like the video and subscribe. Because my next recap is even darker, and trust me, you don't want to miss it.